Hey guys, welcome to topic 4.3, Identify Stakeholders. As seen in the earlier modules, stakeholders are individuals who have some sort of interest within the project teams who are working on the project, the organization who have their vested interest or their investments in the project, the customer who's more interested in the final outcome of the project, the sponsors, the project manager who is the key focal point on the project, the investors, it could be the banks who fund the project, or there are business partners who invest directly into the project. These are all possible stakeholders. So you need to identify what types of stakeholders are required for the project. Let's look at how to go about identifying the right types of stakeholders. It's very important to understand that the stakeholder, whether he is an individual or a group or an organization, it has common goals and interests. For example, if you're constructing a building, you need to have people with common interests who wish to be your stakeholders, whether it is investors or whether it is the contractor who's getting involved. Everybody has to have some sort of interest in the project. This helps them actively to get involved in the project. They will show their, what you can say as, positive participation in the project. Next to understand is that they should be the people whose interest may be positively or negatively affected by the execution. If the construction project completes on time, they are positively affected. If there is a delay in completion, they are negatively affected because they have their share of investment or interest in the project. Basically, they should be the people who can exert some sort of influence over the project and its deliverables. That gives a positive participation and a boost to the project. It's very important to also understand that stakeholders are at different levels in the organization. They can be internal stakeholders who are working at the different departments of the organization and giving inputs to the project, or they could be external stakeholders like the customers or the civil contractors who wish to do the construction of the project, etc. Let's look at stakeholder register. What does it basically contain? It's very important to have some identification information about the stakeholder who is going to get involved in the project, starting with the name of the stakeholder, his organizational position, what is his current position, where is he located, is he within the city he is accessible or he is investing from some foreign country, what is his role or involvement in the project, is he going to be a passive stakeholder or is he going to be an active member, or his possible contact information, whether emails, contact numbers, so that we can get in touch with him when necessary. Also, it's very important to have the assessment information. When you select a key stakeholder, you need to understand what are his requirements, why is he interested in the project, what are his expectations out of the project or out of the final outcome of the product. Is he going to be of any potential influence on the project? Is he going to push the project or is he just going to be a passive observer? Stakeholders can be classified into internal and external. As mentioned earlier, internal stakeholders are the people working for the organization and having some involvement with the project. The external stakeholders are the banks, are the business partners, they are basically the customers. All these become your external stakeholders. It's very important to understand whether the stakeholder is of a supportive nature or a resistive nature. or is he just a neutral player? When we have all these inputs in place, it makes us easy for us to identify who are the correct stakeholders for the project.